Hello, I'm Raj Roz, and today we are drawing Luffy. Basically, I really suck at voiceovers. This is probably one of the first videos. No, not. It's actually been like many years since I've done a voiceover for something. Admittedly, the first one sucked. But, yeah, nah. I'm very new to this. Got the little Spud tablet follow the cursor thing done up. It's actually a free software, so if you're ever going to be starting out with any drawing programs and you want to have that extra little something, definitely check that thing out. It's really good. There's a bunch of really good tutorials too. And I think it only took me about an hour, 2 hours to make it, tops. I also do like a lot of perfection, so it took me longer. But like, it's honestly a really solid program. It's on the OBS recording platform thing. A lot of streamers use it. And, so the thing is that I have no idea what to talk about in regards to certain things, like, because I've tried making videos before, and usually they flopped. Like, I'm gonna be real. It's kind of hard to do that and actually be entertaining. But in the past, I did not have the equipment that I have, but honestly, like, you don't have to have really good equipment to get good quality content. I think it's more so of like how, like my sister said, she said that as long as your content is genuine, it doesn't really matter what you talk about, because like that's one of the things that a lot of the bigger YouTubers did a long time ago, where they just made what they want to make and they just do up whatever they want to do. And like their audio could suck, their video quality could suck, but like they're still around for a reason. They got better and better over time, and hopefully I can do the same thing. But yeah, I guess it's that kind of thing of having something to talk about during a video is good. Like, I've always struggled with trying to figure out something to talk about and like writing scripts and making scripts is very hard, especially if you kind of suck at writing, and like if you're reading off of something it's not as genuine, it's kind of hard to act that out. Like I remember a long time ago that there was an actor that was an in-person actor. He started to do a little bit of voice acting for like comics and stuff, or not comics, but animation. And he said that it was so much harder because you had to have a lot more feeling and emphasis in your words, when in reality it's like you're behind a screen. I had to kind of cut things for a second, but I've actually ran into a problem a little bit with the voiceover in general, of working on that. I know I'm kind of switching up a little bit, but I had to go back through and cut out a little spot because my cat started playing with something and she was getting a little bit antsy with it. And I've noticed that with the type of program that I'm currently using, for some reason the microphone is taking out the speaker, so I cannot listen to it through the speaker system on the computer. I have to put in my headphone jack just for it to work. But yeah, no, with animation you have to have a lot more emphasis and emotion in your words, and when you have something to talk about, you're actually able to get a little bit more animated. It makes a lot more believable experience. But other than that, I don't really know what to talk about, but I gotta like, what? 7 minutes left. Like, I'm trying to do a voiceover over the drawing. It's that kind of thing of you're trying your best to get something out there, because I struggle with content making to begin with, and I have to make sure that I go in unprepared, I would say, because if I try to go unprepared, I lose the plot so quickly. Like, I'm pretty sure you've seen from the start of the video to now talking about a completely different subject. But video editing and making content, I have struggled with it for a long time, and I know that there are a lot of other artists that they struggle with it too. That you have your creative process, like I'm currently making books right now. I'm trying to be an author. And when you're trying to make that stuff happen, it can consume your day. Like, when I work on my books and stuff, or at least when I did work on the books, like I've got a Valentine's Day book coming out soon. It should be up in like maybe 1-2 days max by this time of recording. But I was working on the spring book as well. That is not limited. Like, the Valentine's Day book has to be done before Valentine's Day. Got that done, but we're still waiting on approval. It's Amazon. That, and switching back over between projects, it can be quite difficult to manage both projects and make content at the same time. So I literally have had to go back through my workday and segment out time to make content. The only time that I can really think of is in the morning, making a small little video of like drawing a copyrighted character. You can't make money off of that. Like, there are a lot of people that do, but they run the risk of possibly getting their ass handed to them by lawyers, because that's like, it's kind of like stealing money from the copyright people. So I don't sell these. Whenever I'm going to be drawing like copyrighted characters like Luffy, I am not ever going to sell them, just because you don't want to get into legal trouble if you're a small artist, because you're easy pickings for something else. Kind of like a vole and a hawk. It's too easy to lose your if you make a bad decision. And when you're trying to become a bigger artist, and like, mind you, I had tried this before. I had tried to do comic creation and content creation at the same time, and it did not work. I burnt myself out, and I didn't draw for almost 2 years because of it. If you had been following along with my Ko-fi or my website, I actually talk about that a little bit. But when you're trying to make actual content that is fun and engaging for an audience, usually it is about something that audience wants. And like, I tried to do that with my first 2 books, the Christmas book and the Valentine's Day book. They're both really solid books. But I will say though that it was made in the belief of what I thought other people would want instead of what they would actually want. And not to mention, they were smaller projects than what I want to do. The bigger projects like the spring book, it's a highly detailed, full illustrated coloring book and activity book. And I had figured out that was actually my calling to do that, because when I was younger, I loved to do those, and it was one of my segues into making art, because it was fun. You were a kid, had like a little coloring pencil and blah blah blah. You did art. And that was actually really big for me. Like, my biggest influences was like those old 3D, the hidden object adventure game things, like beautiful artwork, and then mixing that in a book form where you're telling a story through pictures. Like, learned how to do that in college by looking at the old historical paintings and stuff. And I thought that that was really amazing. It would be really nice to have it in a book form. And when you're trying to make those big projects and try to foster a community as well, it is incredibly hard, especially if you have not been doing it for a long time. It's definitely one of those cases of you just have to get better over time. It is not a one and done thing. It is not a immediate blitz to fame. It's like you have to build up the experience to be able to do that. Like, I kid you not, I have been working on my coloring page business, Raw Coloring, since September of last year. And making content is incredibly difficult. So doing it on the fly, it forces you to actually talk about what you need to in the moment. Like, you could talk about anything. Like, as Sam prior before, you could talk about anything as long as you actually care about it. And I think that's it. Thank you for watching the video. I'm not going to ask for support. Support is only given when it is deserved. I hope that y'all have a very lovely day.